Hey there, Saints fans. Welcome back to Talkin Saints. It is another somber week.
Yeah, not a victory, not celebrating a victory this week. We had a tough loss to the Falcons.
Yeah.
Kind of brutal. Kind of just a game where we did a Plaxico burst. We're shooting ourselves all game long,
To sum up the entire game into one play was the start of the our very first special teams play where Ashichi decided he was gonna for real. I was talking with someone today. Put me on the field for $10,000 and I'll catch that.
The team drops the ball.
I was like, oh wow.
No, it was a rough
terrible
game to watch. The Saints had a lot of grit. They battled really hard, but came up short. And it just really sucks. You always want to win those division games. It's always big, especially in the playoff implications. It's always one of those things where it's early in the year, but it always feels like it comes down to one game, and I'm hoping that's not the game that it comes down to.
Yeah, it's still early on in the year. Our division's not too, somehow is decent because the Bucks are 3-1, the Falcons and Saints are both 2-2, and the Panthers. So it's just one of those things. And the Panthers, give them some credit. They've been playing a little better with Andy Dalton, but still, you really assume that those top three are the ones that are going to be fighting for it. And the Bucks, they look pretty decent.
They look very good.
All three teams don't look don't look bad. All of them have their weaknesses, and unfortunately for us, our weakness is just injuries.
Injuries, yeah. Luckily, I guess on the bright side, Shane Lamo stepped in this week and
didn't look bad.
He wasn't atrocious. Offensive line held up a lot better than I thought they were going to.
I thought it was going to be. I thought the game was trending really into hey, there's no way we're going to lose this. Up until Taysom got injured, you can tell that Kubiak's game plan centers a lot around Taysom.
Yeah, and I think I saw something where we've had 18 drives this season with Taysom and 18 drives without Taysom. I want to say we had 11 touchdowns with Taysom on the field and 2 touchdowns with him not on the field.
He makes an impact, whether it's blocking, rushing. I mean, he hasn't thrown this year, but still, there's that threat.
Yeah, it's a lot you have to prepare for going up against Taysom Hill. It wasn't all bad. I mean, the defense gave up 12 points. I mean, and there were a lot of injuries. A lot of guys stepped up. I mean, Paulson Adebo didn't look great, but outside of Paulson,
they didn't allow a touchdown.
I want to say everybody kind of stepped up and played really well. And even Paulson, as bad as he played, he still had an interception, still found a way to somewhat make some kind of positive impact on the play. Alante looked great.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, that's the thing, man.
Yeah.
When it comes down to a game against a division rival, you got to play. You just gotta have things go your way, and it was just not our day.
Paulson's a pro. He'll turn it around. It's 2 kind of negative games for him in a row. You gotta let him in there a couple more games and see if he can turn it around. We're not quite to the point where we just throw Kool-Aid in and bench him, but this is a contract year for him. I mean, if he's playing like this up until the trade deadline, it's
something's got to lock in. I mean, I think it's going to fix itself. I'm not worried about our defense in terms of our secondary. Hopefully Tyron's back this week. Hopefully DeMario maybe comes back this week. Hopefully, we're filming this on Tuesday because heading out on Thursday.
Yeah.
They are going to
tomorrow.
Go ahead, not tomorrow.
Tomorrow I'll be in Talladega.
Talladega, weekend. All right. So you'll be back in time to watch the game with us, though, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. The only person I'd be able to watch it with is Heron, and he's a Chiefs fan, and he's a very. I don't think I've seen him. He doesn't face a lot of adversity being a Chiefs fan.
No. He gets a little upset because the refs help him out so much, and then anytime you say anything about the refs helping him out, he's like, "Oh, come on!"
No, you can't help it. You can't help that your team is being helped,
that's
but
not
still,
his fault. I mean, just enjoy the game, and I mean that's just a positive thing about being a Chiefs fan. You get a little extra help.
Good for them. We don't have that same luxury, but that's okay. But we are playing the Chiefs, and again, we're still pretty banged up. Hopefully Taysom's back. Yeah. It was a different side. He had that lung injury. He got injured on the other side. What? How in the world, man?
He's tough as nails, but I really don't expect him to play. We'll know.
Put a flak jacket on the dude. He has an extra day to rest.
He does. I hope he gets out there. I think as much as you can say that our defense has gotten banged up, I think their offense, the Chiefs' offense, has gotten banged up
They'll be up to
just as
Pacheco
badly.
and Rasheed Rice.
Yeah, and that's tough. That's hard to make up there. I think. I mean, Taysom coming back would be huge. I think it'd be a huge test for the interior offensive line. We really need to have Cesar Ruiz out there because
Against Chris Jones.
Chris Jones can just kind of take over any game. He's kind of gives you that Aaron Donald esque type player where he can just wreck an entire game. And they switch him up a lot. You know, he'll play some defensive end, so you'll get some looks against like Trevor Penning and
Yeah.
they'll throw him around everywhere. But he's probably
I wasn't disappointed. I think our O-line played pretty well
he's
this
one of
this
the,
last
Chris
game.
Jones is one of the best players in the
But
NFL.
like I said, I think we played really well, but
Yeah.
I think Chris Jones could easily change that up.
Yeah.
You know, it's just one of those things. We'd go and, we were favored to beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
We lost, right? We were favored. No, I would say we were favored to beat the Falcons, but we should have beat the Falcons and we lost.
should have. We had
This is one of
so
those
many-
games we'll come out and somehow easily win.
Oh.
I'm telling
I
it's
hope
it's
so.
come on, man. That's like classic Saints. Back in the days where it's like, the Saints are going up against Tom Brady's Buccaneers. No one's
Yeah.
ever stopped Tom Brady, and then we beat them 0-9.
Pat Mahomes is just so
or 9-0.
dynamic at extended plays. But I trust our secondary. I mean, I want to see Tyrann out there. And especially because, he played for the Chiefs and they let him go. I'm sure he wants to go out there and make plays. He'll do everything he can to be out there. But I just want to see it and make me feel more comfortable about our secondary. We've got some great corners. Xavier Worthy, I think
He's so fast. Yeah,
he has some elite speed, so we'll have to pay some sort of attention to him, like additional to what we just have at corner.
Yeah, well, he'll definitely have a safety spine on him. Howden, if Tyrann's out, Howden and obviously Will Harris will be the starters. Howden almost had like a game-sealing interception. It was just I mean,
his reach, yeah.
we both kind of like jumped up to like, and then I just,
Yeah.
the meme where it's like I just fell to my knees in the Walmart.
Yeah, no,
I
it
felt
was close. And nothing on Howden. He, if it was an accurate throw, he still would have made a play on the ball. So
Yeah.
he did everything right.
It was just an unfortunate game for us against the Falcons, and then it's one of those things where we did great on defense.
Yeah, so much adversity. Tyrann going down, DeMario being out,
Willie Gay
going down, and that
Taysom.
Willie Gay that's crazy, man. I really he looks like he's gonna miss some time. He looked like he had surgery on his arm.
Yeah, you never know with if it's just a hand injury,
He'd club it up.
I could see him clubbing it up. If it's just the hand,
It's harder,
straighten it out.
Harder for a linebacker in a club.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So we'll see. I mean, he'll be able to punch the balls out a little easier.
right.
But one thing I did notice was one guy played through a lot of adversity, and that was Chris Olave playing through his hamstring injury.
Tough as nails. I've said some things about him in the past. Being as small, like physically small as he is, the dude is tough as nails. He'll hang in there, play through injuries, and you can tell he's a team player.
Yeah, we were in position to win that game because of him.
He put the team on his back, which is, not something that I've seen him do this year yet, but you've seen him take over games before, and he went and took the game over, and it wasn't, even a mega Clint Kubiak schemed up sort of thing. It was he was running routes and beating people, and Derek was hitting him down the field. It was a lot of dropbacks. I feel like that's the most amount of dropbacks we've seen from the Saints this year.
Carr didn't even have a bad game,
No, Carr
it was just an unlucky game for us.
Unlucky. That pick six was, it was just a deflected ball.
It hit the dude. It hit him right here, and it just. Skyrocketed.
You see on Twitter, Saints fans are already turning on Carr.
I don't think he's had a bad.
He hasn't.
Like last week was just like.
Last week he didn't play great, but
that was our entire offense last week without
against the
McCoy.
Eagles, we didn't. When McCoy went down, we didn't know how to play, and then Taysom too being out.
And Lamo did, like you said, Lamo, whatever. He played decent.
He was a lot better than when we had Lucas Patrick in, and that's nothing against Lucas Patrick. I'm sure he can play center just fine.
Yeah,
maybe that's how valuable he is at guard.
And I hope they continue to work it out. I think another week of practice is going to help. Because obviously McCoy, out of all the guys, Ruiz could be back, Taysom could be back, but McCoy won't be there. So having an extra 2 weeks under his belt, having a game under his belt, will definitely help. But against the Chiefs, like you said, Chris Jones is definitely a tougher task.
Yeah.
And then
what Pat Mahomes can do is just escaping pressure. It's going to be hard to hit home getting these sacks, but pass rush could have been a little bit better last week.
I don't know if that was schemed that way or just not enough pressure on a guy that can't run.
I think maybe when Tyrann went down, because what we've seen a lot in the past few weeks is, safety blitzes with Will Harris and Alontae Taylor. I think that maybe when Tyrann went down, they felt a little less comfortable doing that, so they were sending more of a traditional four. And with DeMario being out too, I think that could have been it, because a lot of times you'll have your 4 pass rushers and Dennis will dial something up, bringing a linebacker and a safety, but without having DeMario and Tyrann back there, that's
gets a little stale.
You got to be a little bit, more conservative in what you call.
Hopefully tomorrow will be back. I mean, I don't think there's he wants to be on that field so bad. You just know it. I don't know if you watched the edit I had where I was like, I don't see DeMario missing that game, and it was just showed he will be out.
Tragic. You hate to see it, and I don't know if it had a direct correlation with Saunders coming back, but our run defense was pretty solid last week.
Yeah,
they held
up
Bijan.
Against Tyler Algier
had 3 runs over 10, 15 yards, but honestly, we held Bijan in check, which is he's their superstar.
Yeah, and I'm not worried about. I don't want to say it because I
don't want to say you're worried about Kareem Hunt and what's their Carson Steele.
Yeah, the little white running back.
But I mean,
who knows? I mean, it's the whole thing. The whole offense is built off of Mahomes, and if we can somehow get in his head, we've played against quarterbacks of his caliber before and done really well. Yeah. Tom Brady. Guys
I'm hoping DeMario is healthy, because just having Pete Warner, DeMarco Jackson, and Tyrann's out, and Jordan Howden in there, and that's who you're kind of blanketing Travis Kelce with. I'm nervous, dude. Travis Kelce can take over a game. He really can.
I'm definitely interested to see the injury report this week, and fingers crossed on that. I think we're supposed to be getting back Kendre Miller. He'll start practicing this week.
That'd be big.
Help him take some of those snaps off of Alvin Kamara, because there's just no way you can keep running him as much as he does.
As good as he is, 25 carries a game.
He's
got a broken rib. I want to say Nick Underhill said he broke his rib.
The 49ers did that with McCaffrey, and he's overdid it.
Yeah, he's good.
And he's
his
not.
Legs are mush.
You gotta take the pressure off, especially as those guys get older. AK's already said he doesn't have old running back itis, but as they're getting older, you have to kind of split the carries. And Jamal doesn't fit what we need. Kendre should, but we've been so unlucky with hamstring injuries this season.
Said it right. Jamal's kind of like our closer, and when we've been playing behind the last 2 weeks, he just kind of disappears off the field a little bit. But he's not terrible. He's all right. But I mean, if you're playing from behind, you're not taking Kamara off the field.
No, I wouldn't. My fantasy team is being benefited from it. I'm 4-0 right now. Let's go. Looking at this team, we could easily be 4-0 right now. We lost 2 close games where we easily could have won if 1 or 2 things just went in a different direction.
Eric McCoy deserves every penny he's made and more.
If Eric McCoy never went out, we could. Look at the Vikings right now. That's crazy.
The same thing about Taysom Hill too. I think we'd be 4-0 with a Taysom Hill in there.
Yeah, we just the luck hasn't been in our favor. Yeah. I think hopefully it starts turning around. Because we've seen what we can do fully healthy. Yeah. Those first 2 weeks, we've seen what we can do fully healthy, and it's just hopefully we can kind of split some. Wins. Obviously, we're going to lose some games. Yeah. But hopefully, we can get some wins in there though until McCoy comes back. Because once he's back, hopefully we can get the game rolling again.
If this team gets healthy, DeMario, Tyrann, Taysom Hill, I say if all 3 of those guys are out there, I think we have a good shot of winning this game.
I do too.
But I think if only 2 of those 3 guys are out there, or 1 of those 3 guys are out there, I think we may lose.
We're both banged up. We both get an extra day of rest. I think that helps. So we'll see. I'll put up
coaching and quarterback. That's huge, dude. They do
have a really good coach and quarterback.
Big time.
I'll put up the injury report right there for Friday. I think I'll probably try to edit this. It's Tuesday. Probably try to edit it Friday. So right now, Tripp's editing on Friday, throwing up Friday's injury report, which only shows 2 days. Normally it shows 3. Well, no, yeah, it'll show because it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So there's 2 days of injury reports. Oh, look at that. He's looking good.
Yeah. Hopefully,
But and then
and Caesar, Tyrann, Taysom, DeMario. Hopefully, they're all back. That'd be ideal.
yeah, we'll know when the episode comes out.
I'm still worried Olave
kinda.
will miss with the hamstring. He obviously re-aggravated at the end of the game.
You hate to see it. Mm-hmm. And Shaheed just needs to play better.
He played good as a receiver, but that special teams play put us in a hole big time.
Well, there's some balls that he's dropped, which he needs to.
Yeah. The Eagles game was rough.
We need some more physicality at the wide receiver position, and I don't know if there's any probably that wants to be traded out there right now.
And Devontae Adams will probably be like a Bill or a Jet before the trade deadline.
Realistically, I know we have bigger issues, when it comes to our O-line, but you add Adams there with Shaheed, and he's kind of that physical guy.
Yeah.
You have Olave and Shaheed at the speed. I mean, that'd be pretty nasty.
It would be.
I just don't see it happening.
Yeah.
I think we'll inquire about him.
Depth behind Mason Tipton for sure.
I mean, you and I know. Okay, yeah. You and I have been Saints fans long enough to know that the big free agent wide receivers or the trades always are like, oh, it's right there, and he's gone. He's to another team.
The amount of times where I almost went to the Saints, but
last year, I know I think we tried to trade for Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah.
And
and then their coach got fired.
We're just unlucky when it comes to that. Yeah. So I don't have high hopes, but if it happens, that would be nasty.
That'd be nice.
I saw where an undisclosed team, was like, I offered you a first-round pick, but I will trade for him if you restructure his contract. Restructure.
That's us.
Mickey.
The Falcons have been doing that too this offseason. So,
dude, I don't see them. I mean, their wide receivers have been all right. I'm just saying that that's like a hope thing. Don't, please.
Rondale Moore went down.
And I don't know how only way I could see it working is if we'd have to work some contract stuff. I don't know. Well, I'm not even going to get into that. We'll see.
Yeah, we're not making an episode about just Devontae Adams potentially getting traded somewhere.
Yeah.
So we'll move on from that.
If something comes out where they're like, oh, the Saints are in the runnings we'll talk about it some more. But until then, this is where we'll put a pin in it right there. Yeah. Expert panel's up on the screen right now. You see, I was talking to Alex for the episode. Whatever the Saints record is at the end of the year is what my prediction is going to be. I'm never going to predict the Saints going to lose, even though part of me thinks we're going to lose. But I'm never going to bet against my team. So I have us winning. You have us. What do you got us?
I have us losing this one.
No,
I know. But hey, I may change my mind by Friday. If all 4 of our key players that are injured, if three of them come back, I think we'll take it. Just because their offense. Well,
it's just against Kelsey and Mahomes.
Travis Kelce, Mahomes are elite,
and Taylor Swift will be there.
Some of the best you've ever seen. Taylor Swift will be there.
So give us a loss. I'm saying we're winning. I'm
just saying that the wide receivers, Xavier Worthy, pretty solid.
That's about it.
Sky Moore, okay,
Kelsey.
Yeah.
They're running backs. Yeah. It's just how we can handle Mahomes, and we'll see. You think Orgy gets more play time?
Maybe. I think DeMarco played all right.
Yeah, he played all right. Yeah, our linebackers room was. Thank goodness we have some depth there, but you can't replace DeMario. You got to get him back. Willie Gavian out. That sucks. Hope he has come back, but DeMario in this game.
Tough stretch for us here. Chiefs on Monday night, and then short week to get
against Tampa.
And then another short week against Denver, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Dang. We gotta.
That's brutal.
We'll see. So we got a tough stretch ahead of us. I'm telling you, if we can have a even record, well, I know it won't be even because I think it's week 7 against the Broncos. But if we could come out like 4-3 or even 3-4, I mean, we just got. If we could come out 4-3 after the Broncos game, I'll be kind of happy.
Win one of these, 2 of these next 3. That's the goal.
Yeah. I mean, it's been so close. You know, we gotta overcome the adversity that we've been talking about. But we'll see. I'll never bet against us. Our Saints. So I have us winning. It's always gonna be 28-3. No, I don't think it's gonna be that close, but we'll see. But I think that's gonna be about it for our show, Alexander. What do you got for us?
Oh, just, remember to like and comment and share and subscribe. Please help us grow. We appreciate all your support.
I agree. But that's it, and we'll see you next week.
Talking Saints, feel the rush. Every play gives us the crush. New Orleans, heartbeat strong. Talking Saints all night long.
Unless we get in a car accident and die.